Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I created this really pretty purple chunky glitter loose pigment eye look. I'm starting to get more confident doing looks like this with loose pigment. I think one of the things that resonated with me the other day is that when I was removing this type of glitter, that was probably the reason why I hadn't actually wanted to do a look like this in a long time, because I would get so overwhelmed like removing the glitter afterwards. Okay, it's fun to put it on, but what do you do to take it off? And now I know the secret. But if you're curious to see how to create this particular look and try it out for yourself, then just stay here and let's begin. As you can already see, I have done this eye and most of this side of the face. So exciting. I'm so excited about this look because I've been experimenting again with loose glitter and I'm starting to get a little bit addicted to playing with it. So as you can see on my eye, that is what I have added to give it that purple blotty type of look. It might seem a bit chunky, and they are chunky pieces of glitter, but you know, I think with time I'll get better and figure out exactly how to make it look perfection. So shall we get into this eye? Yes, we shall. All right, so the palette I started off with is gorgeous, and you would know that anyway because some of you may have even purchased this eyeshadow palette, so it's not you know, it's not brand new to you, or you may have even tried it, let alone purchased it. And it's called the Los Angeles BH Sunset or BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. It's got these incredible shimmer and matte pastel shades. It's funny to think that I would be a person who likes pastel shades, having darker skin, but sometimes these brighter shades do actually show up better on my skin. So it hasn't stopped me. I want to start off letting you know though, before we even get into the eyeshadow, is that I have not primed my eye. So let me do that. Oh, it doesn't have a mirror by the way, so I'm just keeping in mind that because it doesn't have a mirror, I've got to find another palette that does. And obviously I've got to get some tape on my eye so I can get that really sharp line. So hopefully you've got a piece of tape with you, or a roll of tape that you can cut a short piece off and use that to sit on your face. That sounds so funny. I know what I mean, I just hope you understand that I'm being very polite here. Okay, so I want to prime my eyes, and the brush I'm going to be using is this one here, which looks like it's faded, but that's okay, it's a clean brush. That is my importance anyway, as long as the of your skin, that you don't want it so sticky that it pulls at your skin or drags it, because you still want to look young, right? Even if you're my age and you're 27, you still want to do everything you can to be gentle around your eye, and of course use products that help anti-aging. Okay, whoops, I just put my hand all over my glasses. I'm going to move my glasses away because I don't need them right now. So now that I've done my eye to get it ready for eyeshadow, I'm going to use, as I said, the Los Angeles palette and start off with a crease shade. So in my crease directly, I want to start off with this fluffy brush, which is an Artiste Professional Manicure. And we're going to start with this pastel green, which is Dreamer. But you might be able to see on my eye, that shade didn't stay on for very long. So what I'm saying is the more I blended it, the more it faded away. And it depends on you. If you want it to be brighter, then you just keep adding it and building it up. But I was happy for it not to be as noticeable. Considering I really wanted the purple on my eye to be the most dominant shade. As you can tell on my top, I've got so many different colors. That's why I wanted to make this a more colorful eye look with the green, the pink, the blue, the purple. I'm so looking forward to be able to remove this powder on the left-hand side of my face, because it has been there for a little bit. And I always find it satisfying when I remove Coty Airspun after it has baked. Alright, so the whole idea of the tape is so that you have a straight line that is diagonal, reaching towards your eyebrow. I find that it also helps you see where you're adding your shades to know how much you need to blend them together. And you're tapping on the eyeshadow on the tape, so the tape catches any excess powder. An angle brush, it's a really tiny one, which I'd probably use for eyebrows, but in this case I wanted to use the blue shade from the from the Summer in Topaz eyeshadow palette, which is the shade Bay. It didn't have a dark shade in Los Angeles that I thought would be helpful for this part, so that's why I decided to use a different palette. And I thought when I saw this blue matte shade, that would be perfect to give this eyeshadow look more depth. And you do actually want your eyeshadow to draw over the tape. So don't feel like you need to be so delicate that you can't touch the tape. The more you blend over the tape, the better, because then you can see how far out your eyeshadow is being blended. And we always like to blend our eyeshadow, so do that. Focus on, you know, making a mess on your tape. That's what it's there for, to have a smooth transition. Okay, so following from that, I definitely want to cut my crease with my Pro BH Cosmetics concealer. Yes, I have a lot of BH Cosmetics products. They are a really great brand. I love what they sell, and they always surprise me with new products. So you can see there that I've left a tiny space, so the blue shadow still peeks through, but it's not as heavy as it was before. And then what I would like to do is finish using my concealer brush, because I don't need that anymore. I might just tap with my finger so that this dries down a little better. And then I can remove my tape. Now it might take off a little bit of foundation, I'm not sure, because on the other eye I didn't do foundation first, I did foundation afterwards. But to me it's not a big deal, so I can just go back in and blend the eyeshadow. No, sorry, blend the This time I want to use my finger because it's going to help the shimmer eyeshadow stand out a lot better. And the shade I want to use is Rush Hour, which is what I call a cool grey tone of shimmer. And I want to place that directly on to my lid. I do want to try and leave a little gap. Okay, I said that and then I made a mess. But if you don't do that because your fingers are as unorganized as mine are, then it's fine. I don't think it's a really big deal. You just want to cover that eyelid with some pretty shimmer. I really wanted to create a wing today, but because I used the chunky glitter on top, it just didn't seem like an option. So next time when I use chunky glitter, I will make sure I do the liner before I put glitter on. Okay, so let's get in. And it is from Discount Beauty Boutique. I believe they had a brand collaboration with Barbie and BYS. I had to think about that. And this is like a BYS product. They have a lot of, actually they have 3 or 4 pressed glitter stacks. Like these are the 2 that I have. So I'm using the purple one today. Actually it is only purple. It's got some stars and some flecks of silver purple as well, and then I think at the bottom maybe it's some sort of just matte powder. I'm not too sure, I haven't used all of them, but I'm using the top one in the section above. That's the one I want to use on my lid directly. Okay, so I've got my brush. Okay. This is going to be interesting because, as I said, I'm not using the Prep and Prime by MAC Cosmetics. I'm going to use my lash glue. So what I want to do is basically repeat a step I did the other day. The reason I'm not telling you is because the makeup look I did yesterday, the makeup look I did yesterday is actually supposed to be posted later on during the week because it's for a special occasion and I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I'm not going to tell you. Alright, we're going to use my lash grip adhesive because that is the glue that I have right here, right now, and it's going to be alright for this. So making sure that you're not piling on glue, just a little drop of glue is fine, and then just packing that directly on the lid so it will get tacky and ready for any sort of glitter that you want to use. If it seems like it's not sticking much, just use a little bit more glue, but don't use so much that it's going to take a really long time to dry. Because obviously the more glue you use, the more time it takes to dry and your glitter isn't going to stick as well. That's right, I'm supposed to close my eye first. That's my fault. And yes, the glitter might stick on and then fall off, and it may not all stay on at the beginning. But don't get frustrated about it, just enjoy the process.
Come on.
Now that the lashes are on, I can get on with the rest of the face. I had to have a dance. I'm feeling really good about this look. Surprisingly, because when I started, it wasn't really the way I wanted it to be, but I'm starting to grow to love it. Okay. What I want to do next is get a brow bone highlight on. So the brow bone highlight I used was this in the Los Angeles palette, the first one. the Abbey, which is a white matte shade, and I'm just using this fluffy rounded smudge brush to place that in my brow bone. Most people start the brow bone first, but I tend to not have an idea about what eyeshadow look I'm going for, so I add it last. I don't do it first. Really gets the attention of a contour. Now I'm just bronzing using a fluffier brush. This has more of a flat surface. And then I'm bringing that around my forehead as well as down to my cheekbones. Let's get this powder off, okay? Alright, this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As you can see in the video, you'll notice that I did actually use Prep and Prime with by MAC Cosmetics on this eye with the chunky glitter, and then on this eye I used the lash glue. I can definitely feel this side a bit more on my eye. So I really do want to find a different product I can use to, you know, stick on my chunky glitter, but I'm pretty happy with how the look turned out and it was fun to create. Maybe next time I'll make sure that I do my lips afterwards so it's a bit more of a surprise. Let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer it when the people you're watching are doing their lips last, or do you prefer it when they do their lips first and get everything else done? I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comments below. I love you guys so much and have a great week because you absolutely deserve it. Bye bye now.